So guys, let's run through my top 3 favorite training aids to improve pretty much every golfer out there because of their unbelievable versatility in what you can work on with them. So let's start on number 1, the Tour Striker Smart Ball. So the Tour Striker Smart Ball is amazing. I use this all the time when I'm practicing. Every practice session, I use this for probably about 90% of the balls I hit. Now, you can work on loads of things. You can work on creating a good stable move through impact, nice width, good extension of the arms. That's what I use it for. You can use it for good rotation for the shot because you have to maintain good structure going through the golf ball and you have to have good rotation to support that. So rotation, stable club face. You can also work on your trail arm movements. So making sure this right arm starts to drive in front of you, getting that elbow moving in, because if you don't do that, the ball is falling. So you always get really good feedback with this. And really one of the most important things for this, it keeps the arms and the body sequenced together. You just keeping this in between your arms for the entirety of the shot, keeps everything working together, good unison. That is a massive key to having a good consistent golf swing, is keeping the arms and the body communicating together properly so you can hit good golf shots. And you will know straight away when you hit a bad shot with this, because this falls every single time. So whether it's someone who, let's say, has the old chicken wing, it's gonna fall. You have, let's say, a stalling rotation, lots of flip, it's gonna fall. You need feedback, and having a training aid which works on that and it works on loads of other things at the same time, it's just a no-brainer. This is the best training aid in my opinion out there. So my second training aid, which I recommend all of you to get, is this, the swing plate. So you've absolutely probably seen this in tons of my videos and I use it all the time in my coaching. Now again, this is something I use a lot in my own golf game, but you can work on pretty much anything when it comes to your club path, club shaft travel, even when it comes to how your pivot is moving. So let's say here, for example, this is how I would typically use it to work on my body turning through the golf shot, which will result in a more left exit with those hands going around me, nice passive club face. Because if my body stalls out, the hands and arms will fire away, and then you'll start to hit this stick. So this is why I love the extension pole attachment to this, because you can extend that up as far as it can go and you can hit so many different areas in the golf swing with that. So just a swing here. Again, now I've got the feedback onto whether I've had the body movement I wanted going through the shot, because again, if I didn't, I'm gonna hit the stick. So again, if you're a slicer of the golf ball, you can work on it with this. So ultimately, if you're a slicer of the golf ball, most likely your path is going too out to in, over the top, you could say. You try swinging over the top with this here, you're going to hit it every time. So I would have to swing underneath it. So doing that will of course get me swinging on path. It'll fix that issue as well. And like I said, we can work on how our pivot is moving as well. So if I'm a golfer who really moves off the golf ball, this would be how I'll work on it with a player. I'll get something here like the swing plate and just make sure you're turning and not hitting that. So if I'm turning in that backswing and not hitting this with my head, I'm having a more centered turn. So then I'm going to be better at my ball striking. So my third training aid that I'll recommend here is another Tour Striker training aid, and that is the PlaneMate. So this is an absolutely awesome training aid to really feel the correct shaft movement in the golf swing. So this is really help you guys who swing over the top or get mega steep in the downswing, because you won't be able to do it with this. So what we have this belt, and it has this rail which we have a little kind of resistance band that we attach to the golf club. So it looks crazy, doesn't it? But it is unbelievably good. Who cares about looking silly if it makes you better? So what this is going to encourage, one, it's going to encourage a better, steeper shaft angle at the top of the backswing, because we want to feel the resistance in this band as we take the club up to the top. Now, then what we want to do, we want to then relax the resistance band as we go into the downswing. So you can see it gets you steep in the backswing, shallow in the downswing. So the optimal shaft movement we all want for a good consistent golf swing. So huge, really beneficial here for your golf swing, this drill. So if we did the opposite, let's say we're a golfer who rolls the club on the inside, we'll have a very slack band then. And then we throw the club over in transition, this band's getting incredibly tight. So we've got feedback straight away. So shaft angle, shallowing the shaft, but what does that all matter for? Rotation. This is the best training aid out there to rotate. So Tour Striker Smart Ball absolutely helps with that, but this one will help with the total rotation in your downswing and work on the variables you need, like the shallow shaft. So let's hit one here. So unbelievable training aid. I absolutely love this. You can see it really gives you that nice shaft movement. Sometimes as golfers, we need training aids to help us to be able to get into the movements, because they get us feeling what we need to feel, and they force us into doing quite a lot of the time in what we need to do. So the stigma behind training aids really does need to go. The only reason why a lot of you are not improving with training aids is because they don't really apply to your golf swing even slightly. You need to know your faults before you go and get a training aid. So like I described here, with all different faults this can help you with, or different things it can get into your golf swing, so you've got a little bit better of an idea, and these are by far my favorites. So there is only a link in the description, only for the swing plate, for a little discount. So even though I had so many Tour Striker stuff, you know, 2 of them in this video, I'm not affiliated in any way. So just because I like these training aids, and they really do help my students a ton, and they've helped my own golf game as well. So I think you can improve with them too. So if you like this video, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too, to be notified every time I put out a video. So these training aids, use them properly and your golf will improve.